Thank you, Mike. That boy stood up. Man was performing. Thank you, Mike. Hey, you were very funny about Mike. Hey, Mike. You leave me alone.
Daniel, obviously a chance to right here close it out tonight with a sweep,
What did it take
but
for you
that
guys
didn't
to
happen.
dig as
What do
deep
you
as you
think
did
is
tonight to pull
the
this one
biggest
out?
disconnect when it comes to tonight's game?
You know, I thought it took a lot of resiliency from our guys. You know, there was a lot of moments there where
missed a couple of shots
the game
at the end. It was some great
went the
looks.
other way. We
got
could
the
have
looks
let
that we
go,
wanted.
and
It just didn't fall through.
you know,
Daniel,
guys weren't
I wanted to
letting
ask
the
about
refs
just
or
Anthony Edwards coming
big
off the
plays
bench
or anything
kind of
getting
leading
in our
them as
way.
a,
We
a
just
young
kept
guy.
moving forward.
What do you think about his performance tonight?
Next play mentality and just basically back against the wall. We had to be, more urgent and more desperate than we've ever been.
With Derek, obviously,
it showed
most
tonight.
of the year.
Like you were among the
First
people
off,
that
how
said
good has he been, and
needs
how did you guys have to try to adjust without him
needs to
tonight?
go to the basket, forget about the threes.
Derek has been great.
When did you
Came
know
out
this was going to
ready
be a
play
different
night
type
in,
of
night
game
out.
for him? He was coming
He's
in
been
with
picking up the slack,
different
for
mindset.
us, because last couple
You
games
could tell
I
after
haven't been really
game
ready to play. I
3,
feel like
honestly,
letting the team
the
down
way he
in a
was
lot of
speaking in the
areas.
locker room,
And
things he was
he
saying,
really
the
helps me
the
motivate
excitement
myself
to get to
because,
game 4.
as hard as he's working, I want to be
leading
able to
into
do
the
the
next
same
day
thing.
of
So I gotta
practice,
be better for him.
just very energetic,
But,
very
honestly,
live.
we just have to
Wish
have that
it
next
could have been
man
the
up
complete
mentality.
opposite. You go down
Just be able
3
to kinda
and
withstand that
everybody's
punch that they're
down
trying to throw at us.
and depressed, but he's keeping energy alive, and you just
Yeah,
knew he was going to be
when Luka
ready
was
to
up
go.
here, he
And
said that he himself had a
thankfully he
little bit of a
was,
lack
and
of energy
him and
tonight.
Cat especially,
Would you say that was
and Rudy.
something
All of
among
them
the
played
team, or
really
was that
well
just an
for us down the
assessment that
stretch.
Luka made for
A
himself?
lot of the times,
It might have been
Finch
50-50,
likes to put the
I would
ball
say.
in your hands at the
I
end of
really
the game.
can't talk for everybody else.
Tonight
I know
it
for a
was
fact that I
Ant
didn't come
bringing
out
the ball up.
ready to play at all. My energy was low.
Given the fact that your
and
late game
I had to really just
execution the
kind
previous
of,
three
dig
has
deep,
been iffy.
kind of like pull
What do you
just
think
some
the
type of energy
rationale
out
was for
just to
that,
be
and
able to
why
kind
did
of
it
come out and just
work
play
so well?
basketball. At the end of the
we
day.
honestly we
Those
watched a
guys
lot of
weren't gonna
film
go down
on
easy,
those
and
last
they
3 or
came
4
out tonight and
minutes
they hit us in the mouth, and we had
of
to
those,
adjust to it.
game 1 through 3, and we don't necessarily need to have the ball in my hand. I can be on the floor and kind of dictate where the ball goes and the plays that we get into, but we just need to get into good sets and better
I wanted to
sets.
ask
And I
you one
thought
more
we
thing.
did
So you said you felt like you
a
kinda
really
let the
good
team
job
down.
of finding
I know, like, you're
a
a
rhythm
hard
for
worker.
Ant. He
That's
can
gonna
bring the
motivate
ball
you
up
going
and,
into game 5, isn't it?
run the
most
clock a little bit,
definitely.
but we can
You know,
keep
this one
myself,
hurts.
Rudy,
We was expecting
Cat
to be
in the
happy at the
actions
end of the
with
game,
him.
and now we're pissed off.
Something that's really simple. Gives him easy reads to where he's not having to over dribble or over penetrate the paint and get in trouble. So I thought he did a really good job of from the film sessions, realizing where he can score and taking what they give him.
Absence of Lively do for the offense and maybe for Cat just getting to the rim a little bit tonight.
Oh, it's no question. Lively's been awesome for them all series, all playoffs, and. Definitely, with him and Gafford, being able to sub in and out for each other, they keep that rim protection. They keep that ability to be athletic down there and make plays. And when you don't have that, and Gafford's not playing 48 minutes, there are spells where we can get downhill and get to the paint and try to finish and utilize that to our advantage. So definitely was. I'm sure he was missed for them tonight.
Like at one point, Finch was out to almost center court, talking to the refs after double tech was called. Now, like 11 games since the injury, how have you seen the partnership that him and Micah have kind of worked out coaching in these last 2 rounds? How's it evolved and how's it working?
I mean, it's been seamless since day one. I think Coach is getting more and more comfortable with his knee now, and he's moving a lot more without crutches. And I mean, tonight, he surprised us and was in the huddle, just sitting down and stuff. And I'm like, this is good to see him getting back at it. But Micah's been the same, all year and same all playoffs, being vocal, being, the coach that he is for us. And, those 2 guys have really just done a great job of handling this situation that could be, disastrous, in other teams.
Mike, if I could take you back to before your presser even started with Kat and Ant, saying that you're their OG. I know you're the veteran on the team or one of the veterans, but what's something that even the young players have been able to teach you this season?
Oh, man. They honestly have just taught me to just be grateful for the joy of this game, having fun. It's you play 17 years, you can go into this certain cycle of, the same thing every day and get used to a certain, way of feeling. And and they brought that excitement back. Like I'm a 15-year-old going to play out in the park or something. So every day it's something new. Every day they're teaching me something about hip hop or TV shows or video games or something. So they're keeping me young, honestly, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Mike, you expended so much energy tonight. It seems like you guys needed every minute of every part of that game to close that out. What makes you confident that you all can replicate that 3 more times?
Really, I think that we still haven't played our best basketball yet, as a group. I don't know how many. We had a bunch of turnovers, 14 of them, I think, tonight. 14 turnovers in any game is you can lose you a game, and we cut that down. We make free throws. Like we have big nights from our guys. Like we still have a lot of room to improve. So that's the exciting part about our situation. We just know that there's a lot more in the tank. We're a team that prides ourselves on not getting tired, being able to push through that adversity and push through being fatigued. So, hopefully we can, be ready to go Game 5 and, just be able to play Wolves basketball.
You guys handled the Kyrie and Luka matchups differently in this game. How did you think Ant did on Luka and Jaden shift into Kyrie?
I thought they did a good job. Obviously, I think Kyrie and Luka they get to their spots and they either make or miss the shot sometimes. It has nothing to do with us and what we do, but I thought that they did a good job of just being physical, understanding tendencies, and overall not trying to get them, getting them on the free throw line and letting the game kind of slow down to that pace. And when we defend without fouling, I think we're a much better complete team as far as what we try to accomplish on a consistency level. And those two guys were definitely big for us in that matchup switch.
Mike, Carl took just 1 3 in that first half and 2 through 3 quarters. You had said, we got a lot of guys that can shoot threes. Was that the kind of style of play you guys were looking for?
Oh, yeah. We need Carl's a unique player. Some games, when he's missing the 3, you want him to play inside because he can. If he's inside and things aren't going well, you want him to space the floor because he can. He's that diverse in his skill set. But for him and our team, for him to be able to knock down the 3 and space that floor, it opens up the game for everybody else. It opens up the game for Ant, myself as guards trying to get into the paint and make plays. And I think it gets him into a good rhythm, being able to pump fake and get guys off their feet and get downhill and finish over big guys and make plays himself because he's a pretty good passer when he gets downhill.
They were only shooting 36% in the first half, but you guys were tied. What was the conversation like at halftime, really, to kind of get you guys to a little bit more in the second half?
Honestly, at halftime is just whatever you got left in the tank, you got to find it. It wasn't necessarily about numbers or what we, were doing or what they were doing. It was like, man, we have to finish possessions. We have to be the first one to the loose ball. We have to box out. No more, second chance opportunities. Like all the hustle things, creating turnovers and getting out in transition. All those things got to be in our favor. And I thought in the second half we just did a better job of getting to those opportunities and allowing ourselves a chance to win.
Like you guys had a lot of frustration with the refs throughout the game, and then your coach comes out of the second row and gets that tech, and then after that starts taking over the huddles and grabbing the board. It seemed to be a moment when his intensity came through. Did that have an impact on the group?
Yeah, it honestly does. Finchie he's our leader. He's the guy that's made this thing work from the beginning, and to have him be on the sideline but behind the bench for the majority of these playoffs, you forget the impact you can have when your coach is up, getting technicals and yelling, and when you see him hobbling around to do it, it's impressive, and that's. It lit a fire on all of us. Obviously we're all kind of frustrated at whatever call it was and what wasn't called, but he's not gonna let it go. He's gonna keep in their ear and just make sure that they know that we're not backing down.
It's been a while now that he's been trying to navigate this unique setup. Is he still, over the course of the playoffs, been able to have his voice the way it was before?
Yeah, his voice hasn't changed. I think it's just,